That's how the Charlie Sheen character on 2.5 Men was so rich. He wrote jingles for
The
commercials.
listeners out there, this is the intro to all of our episodes. Will be us discussing about how we're going to do intros. We won't ever have a real intro, though. This is episode 2 of season 2 of The Foxhole. 2-2.
2-2. That's a big one.
Yes. Jarvis is here.
And so is Blake.
And a new guest.
And Damien.
Damien, who are you? How do you identify yourself if you have a short introduction?
Well, it's 2022 now, so labels are out the window. I can be anything now.
And what are those things?
Today, I think I'll be a male.
Okay.
That offends me.
There is actually we don't allow males on the podcast, especially biological.
Only humans. I don't accept males. What am I, a post office?
Are you unemployed? Are you homeless?
Nope. Got a job working in the good old Fort Bragg universe.
Anyway.
And do you think you have an interesting life leading up to that point?
Yeah, man. I've lived a bunch of places. I served a lot of beer, which makes life interesting. You get a lot of stories through alcohol, so...
I bet. Probably meet a lot of cool people. Well, interesting.
Hear about people who met cool people.
100%.
Yeah.
Hear the stories of the people who met cool people.
If you serve at the right place, you definitely meet cool people. Like, even like a country club in Middle America. One of my friends served Bill Murray, so...
I've seen him on the television.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a lot cooler.
No.
So what's great about Damien is he's a new guest, but not a new guest. Because he's on a special unreleased episode.
I live in the shadows.
Yeah.
Also, and in one of the early episodes, he was actually in the basement. Nobody knew he was there, but he was listening, and he made a few of those background noises you heard.
Those little clumps.
If you can find the in one of the older episodes, that was him.
You can't tell him my tricks.
Be on the lookout for the rest of the season for Damien screeching in the background.
Pop up every once in a while.
It's an Easter egg. The episode today, we're going to dive into the world of superheroes, explore different aspects of powers, and how we all feel about that. We can start off with our favorite superheroes.
I'm basic as shit, and I've always been a Batman guy.
No, you fucking loser.
I don't
He's
know.
not a real superhero.
That's why he's so great.
Oh my god.
He's a super dude.
He's a super dude. If he's not a real superhero, then neither is Iron Man, and everybody gets their rocks off for Downey. So
I agree. Iron Man's not a real superhero.
okay,
either. He's
cool.
just a
Then
dude
we're on
in a
the same
cool
page.
suit,
I'm
but
just saying.
that doesn't mean I don't want to be him.
Favorite superpowered individual? I think the Flash.
Okay.
The Flash, all right.
Yeah,
Which Flash?
Barry Allen.
The favorite Flash of mine is the old Justice League cartoons that had the Flash in it.
Oh, like the early 2000s Justice League.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Barry Allen.
That whole series of cartoons were excellent.
all the-
Superhero cartoons back then were pretty good.
It was all like Bruce Timm and Paul Dini who were running it, because that started with Batman the Animated Series, which came out in like the early 90s, and that was a fucking game changer. Because we had at that point the Keaton Batman had already came out and made it a little more serious, because everyone was so used to Adam West in the 60s and Batman being campy as fuck. So the darkness that cartoon series had just led to all of those other shows.
At that time, my favorite superhero because of that was Martian Manhunter.
That's a solid one.
Dude was a G.
John Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met the actor who played him on Smallville. Super cool guy.
Was he green?
No, he's black.
Just as cool.
Oh man. I actually used to be a Batman fan because I used to watch Batman Beyond a lot.
Oh yeah,
And that was back when he would get his ass kicked.
yeah. Terry McGinnis was a little
Absolutely.
shit. He's a little shit.
Fucking bastard. But no, I was my favorite superhero was Deadpool. but it was before Deadpool became cool.
I liked him in
Fucking hipster.
the Ultimate Alliance video game.
Exactly. That's why I loved him. Like, I was
Hell
a little
yeah.
kid playing Ultimate Alliance. And I was like, this dude's hilarious, and he's got 2 swords.
He was always on my squad.
Absolutely. Him and Ghost Rider.
Oh, Ghost Rider was the shit.
They need another Ghost Rider movie.
Yeah, I tried rewatching the Nick Cage one because like when it came out, I thought it was dope because I was a kid and like anything superhero related was the shit.
And now you watch it now and you're like,
Dude,
fuck.
does not hold up.
Not at all.
Slightest. That is bad. And then number 2 is even worse.
Yeah, number 2 is when it came out. I was still young and still thought it was ass.
Yeah, same.
The Murdoch cameo in the new Spider-Man.
I did.
That was awesome.
Yeah, Daredevil shows up in the new Spider-Man for a brief second. Daredevil. Ooh, okay. He's side. Let's hear the opinions. Come on.
I refuse to get my ass beat by a blind man.
But he's special blind. Like, it's super toxic ooze. It's the same ooze that made the Ninja Turtles the Ninja Turtles.
That's true. Touche. I do like the Ninja Turtles.
Did you know
so
that?
I'll give you
That's
that one.
deep. Dive
No,
into
I didn't
that.
know that one, so go ahead.
So,
lay it on me.
So the Ninja Turtles are a spoof of Daredevil. That's why their big villain is the Foot Clan. Daredevil's is the hand.
That makes sense.
So the ooze that like breaks over and fucking makes them into the Ninja Turtles.
So they became super powered at the same time, is what you're telling me?
Yeah, as Daredevil. So like even in like the 90s cartoon that you would watch on Saturday mornings, you see like the kid get fucking splashed with shit and then the ooze drips into the sewer. Matt Murdock, my man.
Huh.
Damn.
Just blew you away.
There goes my
The
world.
superhero rabbit hole is deeper every day.
He said, I refuse to get my ass beat by a blind man.
Absolutely.
There may be spoilers in this episode for all kinds of
After we
movies and
just spoiled
shows.
all sorts of shit.
Late, but not too late.
Oh yeah. Spoiler alert.
As long as you say it, it's all right. Can't get offended if I say don't be offended.
It's better than saying it at the end, you know?
So who do you think was the better Daredevil? Charlie Cox, who's on the Netflix series, or Ben Affleck?
I didn't see the Ben Affleck Daredevil.
I have not seen it since like I was a kid.
I did like Ben Affleck as Batman, though. I know a lot of people hated him as Batman. I thought he was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Seemed like a little
I liked it.
gangster.
I didn't watch the Netflix series, but I did watch the Ben Affleck movie, and I watched it again, but for Elektra.
Yeah, which that's a bad movie in its own.
100% it
Fuck,
is.
dude. Elektra's rough.
I was a young man, and well,
Jennifer Garner. She's got away.
yeah, that's all I needed.
Oh man. And then like his Daredevil suit is just like it's like a crotch rocket biker suit.
It makes me think of the Batman YouTube spoof. Like, I fight crime in a leather suit. The seal's in the flavor.
What I think
That whole series is great.
It's awesome.
what I think is kind of cool about Ben Affleck being Batman is the whole reason that he took Daredevil in like 2003 was because he never thought that he'd be able to play Batman. So he's like, well, this is as close as I'll get because we all know that Daredevil's kind of a little Batman ripoff in a way.
Vigilante type.
Well, it's
The,
just the way that he beats small criminal ass and
Small ass.
yeah. I saw this thing and it was like, Superman protects the world and then this hero protects this country and then Daredevil just micromanages 10 square blocks in Manhattan. This is my area, this is my turf, bro.
Have you ever, The Boys? The show The Boys?
Yeah, we watched that together.
The jihad fucking soup.
Oh, yeah. What was his name?
He's
like?
practicing like his saying with his other fucking Afghani friend. He's like talking about how bright the sun is.
Yeah.
And he just explode into fire.
That was I'm so excited for season 3 of that show.
Oh man.
The Boys is good, but I feel like it kind of plays into the fatigue a little bit, even though it's satirical. Like it's still like fresh air, but the superhero fatigue is insane. Like there are
Black
so
Noir
many...
is pretty cool.
Yeah, Black Noir was always my favorite. Man, don't say shit.
He's like Snake Eyes but cooler.
God, Snake Eyes, what a man.
Snake Eyes or Storm Shadow? Which one?
The right answer is Snake Eyes. Because who's going to win in a fight?
Storm Shadow,
Storm
Deep
Shadow
Snake
can
Eyes.
see.
The premise is that they're basically equals.
Yeah.
But because Snake Eyes has the moral high ground,
Yeah,
he
because
wins.
he's a good guy. Did any of you see the Snake Eyes movie?
No. No, I saw the trailer for the Snake Eyes.
And from what I can tell is that you see his face and he can see, so Snake Eyes is full of shit.
There it goes. Storm Shadow, 1 point.
Yeah. I had a Snake Eyes action figure way back in the day.
I liked Storm Shadow because he didn't use guns, which made him seem cooler as a kid. So
That's fair.
I was always a Storm Shadow fan.
Anybody that's a ninja-like character was dope as fuck as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
As an adult, though, using guns as a ninja is fucking hilarious.
I'm gonna be super secret.
It's like that scene in Indiana Jones when the fucking dude's like fucking jumping around with a sword and he just pulls out a gun and fucking shoots him.
Oh, man.
That's Indiana Jones showing up.
Rock, paper, scissors for you.
2 podcasts in a row, we mentioned Indiana Jones.
Hell yeah.
I love it.
Represent.
Is he a superhero?
Just
I mean,
as much
it's
as Batman.
Yeah. Batman is. Why can't he be?
Who's winning in a fist fight?
Batman.
I mean, Batman
Sorry.
for sure, but-
Indiana Jones.
Does he have
is,
his suit on?
No.
Mm,
I'm gonna give it to Indy because Indy's just gonna shoot him.
he's gonna whip him.
That's hot.
Yeah. Damn.
Which Batman we talking here? If it's Keaton,
If it's Robert Pattinson,
Oh, ooh.
oh my god.
I think Indy's getting his ass whooped.
Oh my god.
I can't wait for that.
Did you see? So you saw the trailer that played before No Way Home?
Hell yeah.
But there's like a new trailer that plays before the Spider-Man movie for Batman, and that shit looks just insane. There's so much more footage that's without giving anything away because they still like are keeping whatever's gonna happen low. But god damn, dude,
Looks
Shit
good.
looks too
The
Good.
superhero of Batman is not a nice guy. And I'm so, like, that's the biggest thing I've had.
The
with
fucking
all the
yeah,
films.
the
It's like,
early
you can't-
cartoons.
Yeah.
He's like 10 times meaner than he is in the fucking movies
100%.
now.
and like oh my god, this is what like I've calmed down, but when Batman v Superman came out, I was ready to fist fight people over Ben Affleck because they're like, oh, Batman doesn't kill, like.
I absolutely disagree.
And in the Keaton Batman, he's dropping people off of buildings and like blowing them up with grenades and shit. Like, a lot of people also don't realize that they're pulling from the Dark Knight Returns, where Batman is fucking murking people.
Yeah.
Like that scene at the end where the guy's like, "I'll shoot her," and Batman's like, "I know," and he blows the dude up. That's like right out of the comics.
Who's y'all's least favorite superheroes?
Oh,
Least favorite.
Yeah, like just absolutely despise them. Like if they were fucking wiped off the fucking roster, it would be a good day.
the idea
And it can't be a villain. It's got to be a hero.
of Booster Gold makes me upset. Because he's just some guy from the future who wanted to be a superhero, so he like gets all this future tech and then time travels back to dig around. And that just upsets me. I think that's like the only one Star-Lord, because he kind of irritates me in the movies.
My least favorite, and I don't know if this really counts, but it just fucking irked me, was in the Avengers movies when fucking Pepper Potts had an Iron Man suit and was out there fucking fighting shit. So, like, non-superhero, but, like, that just really irked me that she was out there fighting stuff. Like, she did not belong in any way.
Well, I mean, in Iron Man 3, she gets pretty froggy because she gets like the superpowers. And
her as an actor, translated to the superhero realm, like, just doesn't match with me.
I like her as an actress, but it was kind of like...
She can't have a suit.
You can't just have her... But that's the thing with Marvel is, like, I think it's at some points in the comics, everyone has a fucking suit. Like, even Punisher gets a run in the War Machine suit.
I like the Punisher series. It was pretty good.
I couldn't get into season 2, man. But I like John.
I just
Bernthal
like him
the Punisher.
as an actor. Yeah,
Yeah, he was.
I liked him in The
fantastic
Walking
choice.
Dead too.
Aggressively rubs the back of his head.
Have you seen The Walking Dead?
Yeah.
He's like my favorite character in The Walking Dead because literally says what everybody needs to fucking do it from the beginning and then dies, and then everybody turns into him like 18 seasons later, and they're like, oh yeah, now we need to do this. Like, y'all were literally hating on him for it and fucking had him, basically, his death was because y'all couldn't see it that way. And it took y'all 10 years to fucking change.
The only issue I had with Shane was fucking his buddy's wife, like right out of
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's
that
the
was
end of the
fine.
world and shit happens. There's only so much to go
It was
around.
fine
Didn't they
until
keep
he
hooking
went
up?
back to it. Yeah.
Yeah, they, like,
it's like,
kept
okay,
hooking up.
understandable. But then when you go back to it, it's like...
And they also, I mean, what? Rick was in a coma for like 2 weeks, and they started hooking up quick. So there was something happening.
There was some tension before.
I blame her a lot because also when he came back, she kept going up to Shane, being like, "Oh, like, do you want me?" Blah blah blah, like fucking tease.
Yeah, I wanted her to die like episode 2.
She died pretty early, didn't she?
Thank God.
Not
and then
early
she
enough.
and she kept coming back in fucking visions. I'm like, no, don't even have visions.
I didn't watch past season 1, to be honest.
The first 3 seasons were okay, and then past that, it did slowly decline every season. I'd say.
Yeah.
Sadly.
I think they made a mistake with Negan killing off like 2 main characters when they first introduced him. They killed 2 of my favorite characters. Like,
well, that was a direct hit at you, though.
Yeah,
they knew you liked them. So.
Yeah. Fucking Glenn and the fucking army dude with the red hair. Fucking bashed both their heads in.
Yeah.
I'm like, that was fucking stupid.
I don't know. I like the actor who played Negan, but anytime I'd watch a scene with him in it, it just pissed me off. I felt like it was written.
It's a zombie movie, too. The whole point is post-apocalyptic, like, scenarios.
Yeah.
And I felt like every fucking few episodes they introduced new people. The first season, it was, like, so barren. The whole premise was like, oh my goodness, another human, oh my goodness.
They're like in Atlanta.
And then they're like 10 seasons later, like years later,
here's
they're
another
like
city.
a whole new group of hundreds of people that you've never met. Yeah. I was like, no. I like the idea of just nobody. You know, how that interacts with their brain.
As a non-watcher, what I picked up from the show was like, one season, we found a new place to live. It's safe. Let's befriend these people that are obviously shitty. Oh, some people died. Let's find a new place. And then next season, repeat.
Imagine
more or less, yeah.
Everybody's infected as zombies, but the Avengers exist in this universe.
I think there's a comic run like that.
It's all fun and games till the Hulk gets bit.
Zombie Hulk.
I think that's a thing.
Damn.
Well, and then so DC did a big thing. It was Brightest Day and Blackest Night. Which it's kind of the equivalent of everyone getting an Iron Man suit. Everyone got like a lantern ring, but it were all different types of lanterns. And like, if you died, you were a Black Lantern. So like Batman and Superman are fucking Black Lanterns and these evil ass zombies. And that's scary, bro.
I like
Batman. No, Superman. Abso-fucking-lutely.
yeah. Batman. It's like, okay.
That's like you becoming a zombie with a greasy suit.
Listen, have you ever seen or read Justice League Doom? Batman can ice the whole Justice League. That's what that movie is about. Is Batman being able to ice?
I could ice Batman. I could shoot him.
Could you?
I could shoot him once, and he would die. There were some people that I could shoot, and then they would fucking murder me 16,000 times after. I could shoot him with any gun.
You know, I learned a little piece of information about why Superman can fly, and it's just because the writer for like that week didn't know that he couldn't and just wrote it in.
Hell yeah!
And then from then on out, Superman could fly. There's some weird.
That'd be pretty cool. A Superman that couldn't fly. At least give him some sort of limitation.
Well, that was the original thing. Was like, you know, Superman could still get his ass beat. He was just like a really strong dude who ran really fast and could, you know, leap ability in a single bound. Dude could still get shot, like. And then just as the years progressed, he became
more super,
fucking unstoppable.
He's OP as fuck.
The writers have said like Superman's strength is like its limit is just like he's as strong as he needs to be. That's it. And
he evolves to the situation.
What was it? Like in some movies and comics, he gets around like a piece of kryptonite that's, you know, the size of a pea, and he's like, "Ooh, fuck me," and he's down. And then Superman returns. He's like, "Oh, a whole island made of kryptonite? Let me just yeet it into space."
But it gives me a tummy ache.
Imagine if kryptonite just gave him diarrhea. It can't work.
Goes to leap a building. Just Oh, what a shitty time.
What's in this coffee?
My 2 weaknesses: Mexican food and kryptonite.
All right, so we'll dive into our own personal dreams, right? Powers. If you get to pick,
Oh, that's too easy.
A power combo, 2 powers.
2 powers.
2 powers.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah.
Oh no, I got the combo.
All right, what is it?
All right, flight, and then like
Wrong.
resiliency. Because you think about it, and like they touch on it in that movie Chronicle. Like, sure you can fly, but if you get up high enough, there's not gonna be any air, and you're gonna be cold as dick. So like, I want to
That's why your first option was wrong.
listen. That's why my second option ties in.
My second option exists, so my first option works.
Yes, I think about this a lot in the shower. I want to be able to fly, and then have like just this like tough ass body, so I can handle low oxygen and cold temperatures, and not have to wear glasses. Because you know that
All right.
wind be hurting the eyes. I rode my motorcycle without like eye protection one time, and bro, I was going like 30 miles an hour and just tears streaming down my face because the wind is blasting you. Not fun.
The 2 powers I would pick. Let's see, teleportation.
He's correct. He fucking gets
No,
it. Fuck your flight, teleport.
Flying would be so cool.
Teleport would be so dope.
Dude, you can fly via
Don't want to be
teleporting.
where you are? You're gone. You want to be somewhere else? You're there. Like, you need anything? You get it. Like,
Just like a disappear and reappear, or like some jumper stuff.
either or, you know. Jumper would be inconvenient because you're fucking damaging everything. Like, oh, I want to fucking teleport into this. You know,
I
how?
want to be Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler's dope.
Do you want to
Yeah.
look like Nightcrawler?
The
If it give me the powers, absolutely.
the little like cinematic clips in Ultimate Alliance where they're
Yes.
showing the different stuff of Nightcrawler, they represent him so good there.
Dude, Nightcrawler and X-Men 2. Bad motherfucker.
The presidential
Yeah.
fucking moment.
That-
Oh, that's
absolutely
dope as fuck.
Yeah, that shit is bad. Like the just choreography of all of that.
It was very well done.
I would say teleportation and a good one to pair with it, anti-aging. I would live forever.
Yeah,
Oh no, I'm okay dying. You can have that.
I think immortality with like the choice to like be able to choose when you want to die would be cool. Because like maybe I want to live for a couple hundred
No,
years.
I'm not dying.
He said, "Nah."
I'm gonna reign on this earth as long as Earth is here. When we leave Earth, I'm going with them. Oh man,
I'm here for the teleportation.
like I'll take a long nap, like a couple of years. You know? Well, I'm not gonna die. It's not gonna get hungry.
I'll take a long
Like
nap.
I get it. Things can fucking weigh down on you. Oh, so stressful. I had to witness World War 7 and 8. Like okay, nap time.
Does that? Lestat does that, and in the Anne Rice books, he just like takes a couple 100-year-long nap.
Hell yeah! You
And
know,
then-
like a little reset.
You know what I love in Queen of the Damned? This man, it starts out, he's like, I've been sleeping for 100 years, but this sound awoken me. And it's just like some shitty nu metal band playing nearby.
It's the
And he's
song.
like,
It's
"This is it."
it's the Thomas the Tank Engine intro song. Da, 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 da.
Just imagine like taking your giant vampire nap in New Orleans, and you hear jazz come through and all that shit, but no, it's fucking nu metal in 2002, where you're like, yes,
It's Skrillex.
I'm up, baby. Did I hear corn? Let's go.
It's Ariana Grande.
Jesus, thank you. Next.
Your 2 powers
I'd go with teleportation, and then
represent.
I'd be like the Avatar, man. Control the elements.
Oh yeah.
That with teleportation, and I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Oh yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
What do you think the
Pretty
most
cool.
like OP single power is?
Single power,
Legitimately,
pretty
or
regeneration,
presented
like
Legitimately.
Wolverine and Deadpool's ability to just like not,
Regenerate,
yeah,
yeah.
that one
Regenerating
kind of
is-
makes them at a level above most
That one's
people
pretty
for
OP.
having one OP power.
I read this book series that was
Gives them
about,
so many attempts to fight against the same person. It's like, yeah, you're better than me, but I get 18,000 attempts because I'm just gonna keep coming back.
I'm gonna beat you at some point. Yeah, it'll happen.
What do you think is the most overpowered single power?
Regen's pretty OP.
Magic's pretty OP.
Magic.
They're
That's
just like,
different.
now I have a
That's
spell for this.
That's not really like superpower.
What? I mean, like,
It is with like Doctor Strange.
Okay, but yeah, Constantine still gets his ass beat.
Okay, well,
And Doctor Strange got beat up by fucking Spider-Man and trigonometry.
Yeah, but then he fought like Dormammu, and he fought him like he just like kept dying millions of times. He's like, I can do this all day. Yeah,
I think telekinesis is a big one that's OP.
Yeah,
Because it's like whenever you get into that pinch, you're just like, oh, you can't do it anymore.
depends on there's like different types of telekinesis too, which I enjoy. It just depends on how you present it. But like true, like anything, is pretty sick. I read this book.
Loki
series.
being able to just change people.
Oh, yeah.
You are now my companion.
But he needed the Tesseract to do that.
That's fair.
I read this book series about superheroes and shit, and there was this dude that they thought was just like a fire guy, but really he could just manipulate matter at his will, and I think that's the most OP.
So how do you stop that?
Yeah, what do you do? Like, what the fuck do you do? You can't.
Does he know that he can just manipulate anything, or is he only think he can
Especially-
control fire?
especially like fire, too.
Because his name was like Pyrokine or something.
Extreme temperatures, cold or
Yeah.
hot. Fuck no, I don't want to deal with that.
Because he would like.
I don't like regular extreme temperatures that I walk out of. Some dude's like, it's 800 degrees. Okay, you win.
But he wasn't invulnerable, so he still got his neck snapped. But
Idiot. Should have changed the matter in his neck.
yeah, I know, right? But if you can like do that, because if you can just like change matter and do whatever you want with it, you can do anything. You can fly. You can make yourself huge. You can set shit on fire. Like
That was one of my the last Airbender series when they did the Water Nation and their ability to bloodbend. I was like, you guys are unstoppable now. Why are you guys losing anything?
Yeah.
Just fucking.
Well, I guess only
Game
a
over.
couple people can do it because it's like pretty
Yeah,
tough.
well,
to
guess
learn.
what? That's my new nuke. Like, I'm putting you in a box, and when I need to press the button, you're coming out to play. Like, that's it.
Oh, do you imagine the sick shit you could do and just like pull someone's blood out of their body?
Yeah.
That's
The
I'm gonna make you
original-
firebend your whole nation to death. How about that? I'm gonna burn everything that you love
ooh.
and make you watch.
And then there's like soul bending. That shit
I would think that like if superheroes or superpowers are real, like it would turn back to like fucking ancient times, like medieval times, and we'd all be ruled by oligarchs and fucking dictators who just happen to have the powers. Like, what are you gonna do?
Or they're really good friends with the super.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't do shit. I'm just big and fat. But this guy over here, good old Billy, he's gonna fuck you up. If I
No,
say, please.
no. Where's your family? Crispy.
I think The Boys had a really good take on it where it's like political and it's a business.
Yeah,
I think that like
I did like trying to tie it into how it would reflect in a real modern world.
yeah, which like the Avengers kind of tried to touch on with like the Sokovia Accords and shit, but like,
they threw it in
they
there
really
just
still-
to like be like, okay, no, we tried,
Yeah,
but
no,
it wasn't
it's,
real.
It's still very
Swing and a miss.
yeah, that didn't go well. I think Civil War is the worst of.
I enjoyed the film, but it will in that aspect. If
Yeah.
you're trying to like actually relate it to modern reality, it's
you know
like,
who's
not
making
really.
the most money in a superhero world? Insurance salesman.
Yeah,
You're not wrong.
You know,
Listen,
there's superhero.
What's the
insurance.
premium for?
I understand this building would normally last for hundreds of years,
Yeah.
but
You know how they have
you
like,
know
acts of
Superman
God?
literally lives in this city.
Yeah, like you know how
You're
they
a
cover
skyscraper?
acts of God. Like how do you? What's the premium for acts of hero?
Yeah, like I was like, I can't go with Geico because Allstate is going to cover me if the Hulk beats the shit out of my car and uses it to smack some dude upside the head.
Do you have to have video evidence of that happening, or you just claim it? If I go wrap my shit around a tree,
That's
can
kind
I
of
call
like
them
the
and be
beginning
there was the
premise
Hulk.
of fucking The Boys, because his girlfriend's in the street and that fucking fast guy fucking runs
yeah.
through his girlfriend.
That's right.
And
Well,
then-
she was in the street,
Yeah, she was.
and I act as a vehicle, you know?
Just covered in her shit too.
that took me so out of left field. 'Cause I was like,
It's not prepared.
watching the first couple minutes, I'm like, this is kind of lame. Oh my god!
For anyone who hasn't watched the beginning episode of The Boys, it's not a spoiler, it's the opening scene.
Yeah, it's like 5 minutes in.
There's a guy and he's
Get
with
a
his
life,
girlfriend.
nerds.
She like steps into the fucking street, and this fast guy runs through her because he's so fast.
Literally
turns her to
through her.
mist.
He's just holding on to like
And it's sort of like his Joker origin story to sort of fight back against people with powers.
He turns into a quasi-terrorist.
Yes.
How do you not, though, if you're a superhero? Like, the second somebody says, don't do that thing, or you fucked up, and you're like,
guess I'm moving to Guatemala.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Yeah,
like,
oh, I'm sorry.
I think it's hilarious when
How
fucking...
about I just fuck it up?
When they throw Superman in handcuffs in that one movie when he's taking the trial.
Oh, Man of Steel.
Yeah, and
then
they blow up the courtroom and he's in there and he just like watches everyone explode and
he's not
like,
in handcuffs for that.
Yeah, I know, but like he's in the courtroom too and everybody just blows up and he's like, oh,
that sucks.
What'd you expect?
And that's something I liked about.
Shouldn't have took me to court.
The extended edition of that movie shows him fucking bringing people out, like rescuing who he can, and then dipping out. But the theatrical just shows him dipping out, looking like an asshole.
I like the asshole
Yeah, you
version.
should. You guys put me in handcuffs. Fuck you. I'm not helping.
No, he wasn't in handcuffs for that scene. That was Batman vs Superman. But in Man of Steel, they fucking put him in handcuffs and they're like interrogating him in the military. And he's like in the fucking room with the
I felt like they did so good with Superman in Batman vs Superman, and they did so bad with Justice League, in my opinion. I haven't seen the Snyder cut. I don't know how well it is.
The fucking game.
But the original is trash in my opinion.
Joss Whedon. But where I was going with the handcuff thing is
they were laced with kryptonite. He couldn't do shit.
No, he just gets up and like, because they like say some sideways shit to him, and he's like, "All right, pussies," and he just gets up and casually just puts his arms to his side and snaps the handcuffs. And he's like, "What are you gonna fucking do? I'm a god."
Imagine the guy putting the handcuffs on him.
Yeah, being that guy.
Fucking stupid.
It's like wearing a bathing suit in the shower.
It's like giving a fucking speeding ticket to a billionaire. It's like, oh no.
But I mean, I'm a huge DC fan. I think the Snyder cut, Justice League, all 4 hours of it was great. Fucking loved it.
How long is it?
It's 4 hours.
God damn.
I'll have to set aside a weekend to watch that.
Yeah, I watched it in 2 parts.
I thought about watching Pearl Harbor the other weekend, and then realized how long it was again, and was like, I don't got time.
How long is it? Like
it's like 3 hours and some change.
The movie we watched in Afghanistan, Cloud Atlas, that was like 3 hours and 20 minutes.
I didn't watch it with y'all.
Oh, okay. Long movie.
When shit comes out on 2 discs or 2 VHS.
Oh yes.
Oh, Titanic.
Titanic.
I had the 2 VHS of that bad boy.
Yeah. I really appreciate long films if it's good, because like a lot of really great films have been like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and it's like,
you want
like
more.
that's it. Like I could watch this for a long time.
It's like,
so I don't mind when they like explore lengthy films. Like if it's bad enough, I'll just stop watching. But if it's good, now I've got all the content I need. Like if you think about it, shows are great, and it's hour long episode for That's seasons. True. You know,
I can get down because like Wolf of Wall Street. When I watch that, I don't notice the runtime because it's so interesting. And then Blade Runner 2049, 2 hours and 45 minutes. There is not a single second.
It's like that scene in Queen when they're fucking
talking
about how long. Yeah,
I didn't watch that shit.
When they're talking about how long the fucking song is, it's like, oh, this is a 7-minute long song. If you think 7 minutes is long, I feel sorry for your wife.
Wasn't it Mike Myers who said that to them? And he was like, no one's gonna headbang to this. And I think it's funny because in Wayne's World, they're headbanging to Bohemian Rhapsody.
You were so raw.
No, I didn't watch Bohemian Rhapsody because Rocket Man was too good, and I knew Bohemian Rhapsody was gonna be bad.
Imagine a world full of superheroes, but their powers are so fucking inconveniently stupid. Like
what?
Like I can literally solve any math problem, but that's it. You know, like.
My superpower.
I have super strength, but in one toe. Literally, you can shoot it with a 50 cal.
This makes me think of the Dave Chappelle skit where he's like talking to the fucking Texan, and I forget which stand up it is. It might be Sticks and Stones. But he's like, yeah, he's stronger than Superman and like can do all this shit, but he has to get his powers by touching a vagina. He rapes, but he saves. And he saves way more than he rapes, but he still rapes. Like that whole concept is hilarious.
What's the moral dilemma there?
Morality's funny. in the balance of it, like, oh, how much bad can you do before you're like, oh, it's basically past this point of being, because everybody's like, oh no, Hitler's horrible, he's burning in hell, he's so bad. But then, like, think about, okay, so if you've done so much good and then you decide to do one bad thing, has your good outweighed the bad?
I mean, look at modern medicine. How much... We got a lot of that from him, so...
Listen, you build 1,000 bridges, but you fuck one goat. You're a goat fucker, not a bridge builder.
That's fair, yeah.
Alright, so I want to do something. Jarvis, you're going to pick a superpower.
Alright.
I want Damien to pick a side effect.
So, okay. My superpower is that I can manipulate anything made out of wood.
Anything made out of wood?
Yes.
It immediately gives you a splinter in the dick.
Looks like I'm not doing much manipulation.
I was a carpenter for a few years, but the wife didn't care for it. So
I walk into the woods and there's a family hanging by a tree. I can stop them, but I know how bad it hurts.
How bad's the splinter, and where exactly is it?
1 week later, tragic family dies from hanging in a tree.
Well, that's the thing.
Would not help.
Depending on how big the piece of wood is, determines the size and placement of the splinter.
Jesus fucking... That family's dying.
I like this game. Next. All right, you pick the superpower, and Blake picks the side effect.
All right. My superpower is I can speed walk unlimited distances without time changing.
What do you mean without time changing?
Like if I start my speed walk, it's got to be a speed walk. I can't sprint and I can't just walk. It's got to be, like elbows moving, hips
to
swishing.
the side, yeah.
And time stops?
Time stops, and I can go as long as I want to.
Okay.
But I have to keep the form and pace.
As soon as time stops, you immediately have to pee really bad.
Ooh.
So you spend most of that time speed walking to the bathroom.
Do I feel the buildup?
No, it's an immediate, like, oh, I gotta piss.
God damn.
And then it builds from there.
So I just gotta stop and take bathroom breaks along the way.
The longer you do it, the worse. Like when you're on a long car ride and you're just like, your legs are shaking.
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, I gotta fucking go. It's like that.
Oh, God. I'm not going anywhere.
All right.
Every time you get somewhere, God, you got here fast. Where's your bathroom?
No, you just have wet pants.
Joke's on you, I wear a diaper.
Oh, fuck.
Diaper Man has saved us once again.
It's like Captain Underpants, but worse.
Oh, jeez.
All right, Blake, your superpower and my side effect.
Okay. Shoot, I didn't think that far ahead.
It'd be basic.
I am, we'll say, super strong, but only 5 times my body weight. That's like that's my limit for strength.
Anytime you go past your body weight to use your strength, anything past 200 pounds, right? You do something immediately, it's a twofer. You got 2 side effects, right? You have a 30-minute long shit come out of you, and your mom breaks 2 ribs.
Jesus. My mom's just chilling. Oh, God.
World's weakest man. No, you don't understand.
I can't tempt fate.
Mama. A kid's pinned under a car. I know it's a couple. I'm just like, I'm sorry, Mom. I hope you understand.
First responders. What's that smell?
It's just pouring out of my leg, out of my pants.
This is gonna go on for a while, but you're welcome.
Curled up on the
Kid
ground.
gets out and he's like, wish you would have left me.
I'm sorry. You're welcome, but I'm sorry. As I'm curled up on the street.
Dude dies of sepsis.
Along the lines
shit
of
in his mouth.
consequences, I like how superheroes in films are always just fucking gorgeous. They're all so fucking good looking.
Yeah.
You know? Imagine if it's just like a bunch of fucking ugly as fuck fat superheroes.
Like Spider-Man takes off the
awkward,
mask.
no social skills, fucking face full of acne, but they're saving the world.
Wolverine, but the body is in orbit.
So that's something I was thinking about. Like, all the superheroes who have super strength, they're always shredded. If they got super strength, I don't think they gotta be big. Like, imagine
That's fair,
this, like,
because a normal shredded person who looked the same isn't nearly as strong. So why does it matter?
Imagine some like just super scrawny like crack addict looking person like Christian Bale in The Machinist, super strong.
Bro, you just gotta go down to Miami and you'll see plenty of fucking superheroes if that's your standard.
Imagine, you know, the Spider-Man movie where they do like the upside down kiss. She like pulls it down. He just has like British teeth, bad breath. She's like, maybe not.
My lady.
Are you sure?
Even that's like along that line. Mystique.
Yeah.
Like, that's an ugly as fuck person, but they still made her a sexy body. Like, why? Just let her be ugly.
I don't know. I thought she was kind of hot.
I know, exactly. That's the dilemma. Would you fuck Blue Mystique?
Yes. Is that a question?
I don't like the little things on her.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
Like the
Dude, that's
color,
gonna shred
the
your
color
dick.
is one thing, but then the fucking little spiky things.
Do you think that she can just change like portions of her, or it has to be the whole body?
The whole thing.
The whole thing?
It's gotta be the whole thing.
I'm like, imagine.
No, because I'm pretty sure there is a
definitely
point
does
where
section.
she
she
does.
just
Yeah.
changes like her eye.
Yeah.
So imagine like you're going to bed with Blue Mystique, and then you're like, you know what? I want you to switch it up down there. I'm feeling Beyonce.
She can do it.
And then you
She
just get
can
a
do
little
it.
bit of Beyonce for the night. I'm sorry, Beyonce. You're just the first name I thought of. Not that she's gonna listen to this, but
Dude, Illuminati's coming to your doorstep.
Dude,
tomorrow.
We have 34 viewers and one is Beyonce.
I just know that the Beehive is aggressive.
Dude, the Foxhole's gonna be on her next song.
Okay, let me start again. Hey baby, I want some Riley Reid tonight. You just get a little.
Give me that Alexis Texas ass.
Shit would be wild.
Shapeshifting would be a pretty cool one.
For someone around you to have, utilize their fucking.
I think like even having the ability to shapeshift.
I
is a
wouldn't
cool
want to
power.
shapeshift, honestly.
So here's
Like,
something.
Why not?
I wouldn't want to have to be other people.
Well, you don't have to.
Yeah,
you
why
just
would
could
you have
be.
to?
I don't know. I just feel weird, you know? Like, fucking, ugh.
Do you think that she can shapeshift
I like
into
being
animals and
me.
shit?
Well, she
Or
doesn't,
just
so
people.
probably not. But I think there is people who can.
So like,
Does she understand the animals if she shapeshifts into them?
Oh, that'd be weird.
It's a good point. Because when she shapeshifts, she speaks like them, she
Yeah,
thinks like
yeah.
them. Shapeshifts into a fucking pig.
Not a superhero, but one of my favorite
Very
childhood
deep.
cartoons. Fucking Wild Thornberries, bro. Let me talk to the
Yeah.
animals. Let me talk to the animals. Shit's gonna get
What
wild.
would you do if you could talk to animals?
Animals are
Dude, I would
super
fuck
fucking aware of
everyone's
everything
day
that's.
up.
I would fuck all the animals.
First person that I hate. Doesn't matter who it is. Just as soon as I hate you that day, I'm taking a crow or a pigeon and shitting on you immediately.
You know you can already train crows to do that.
Oh yeah, but that's not as much fun if I have to train
That's
them.
true. Dude, so off topic, but crows are wicked smart.
Wicked
Like,
smart.
They're wicked smart.
They're
My boys
the
are wicked
smartest bird, and
They-
they can recognize faces. They can
Yeah.
fucking hold councils
They
between
literally-
themselves.
They like I don't know if you've ever heard of like the Council of Crows, but
Mm-hmm.
they'll have a little ring of crows and then one in the middle, and they just kind of deliberate.
Imagine when Superman goes to court, but it's just crows, right? They're deciding his justice.
Everybody knows crows are just drones created by governments, so all the Council of Crows is just the UN meeting.
Bunch of pussies.
It cracks
It's
me up.
proxies.
It cracks me up so much because they'll just like hold the council and there's the one crow in the middle, and then once they're over, they just beat the shit out of the crow in the middle.
Yeah. He's on trial.
He's on trial, and then they consider him.
I
you
didn't
take
commit
my
the
word?
crime. Maybe you should have thought of this before you stole the food.
There's a story about this guy who like would feed these crows because they would like bring him some trinkets, and then one time they brought him like $1 bill, and he gave them extra seed, and they started bringing him like nothing but cash. They were like, I know this is the money maker. And he's like, guys, is this legal?
That's dope as fuck.
I gotta go find me a crow.
Yeah, because animals aren't held to the crimes of humans. If they're stealing, it's not stealing. It's an animal.
If you train an animal, inadvertently or not, to steal or like find, because I'm sure they just found dropped cash. When I was
Where was this man?
I don't know. When I was a kid, I used to walk through this field to get home from school, and like 3 weeks in a row, I found money, and it was just like a bigger bill every time. My mom thought I was like selling drugs. I was like, "Hey, Mom, look, I found a 20 this week," and she's
I was
like,
just a farmhand about to fuck you.
Yeah, that's sketch as fuck, dude.
"Yeah, it wasn't a big field."
The dollar bill starts pulling into the field and you chase it.
That's his superpower. Jesus. All right. Least favorite
Power?
superhero movie.
Oh, okay. Least favorite superhero movie.
Yeah.
Well, probably one I haven't seen. I just fucking avoided it. Least favorite superhero movie would have to be pretty bad. Was the original Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 3 was fucking the acting in
I
that
avoided
fucking
that one after the second
cringe.
Okay, first off, Spider-Man 2 is a fucking classic.
Stop.
But Spider-Man 3 is cringe.
It's
He's got his fucking black hair and he's dancing in the street.
cringe on purpose.
It is.
Yeah.
And is still cringe.
I don't care how you define it. Cringe is cringe.
I've yet to watch Captain Marvel because I've just thought it was so horrible that
shouldn't exist.
Yeah, I saw her in the Avengers movie and I'm like, nah, fuck this.
I like Brie Larson.
I saw
That movie was shit.
I saw her in an interview and she seems so fucking entitled. And she's like, I wish my character could be played as a person of color. What the fuck are you even talking
don't take
about?
the fucking role, you dumb broad.
Yeah, right?
Next thing you know, Brie Larson's doing blackface.
How the turns have tables. I like Brie Larson as an actress. I did not like that movie. I saw that with one of my friends, and it was like one of those things where you walk out of the theater and just like, all right, bye, see you later. No distinction.
I remember the old Hulks being pretty fucking silly.
Oh, dude, the one with Eric Bana from like 2003 was
that was bad.
rough.
It was okay at the time.
They didn't know how CGI worked yet.
They didn't know how to do a superhero.
We can't hold those movies up to the same standards of today. They perfected the superhero formula now with CGI and just plotline action.
At that time,
they got
superhero movies were like not taken because all you had Blade, which kicked off Marvel in '99.
Actually, a good film, at least when I watched it.
Oh, what a good superhero!
Yeah, Blade's the shit.
Blade is fucking fantastic.
Blade is the shit.
You see the new trailer for Morbius?
Looks questionable.
Yeah.
But I think that's how they're going to tie in the new Blade because Mahershala Ali is going to be the new Blade.
I'm
like
excited for it.
I like that actor.
Goddamn Wesley Snipes.
Some motherfucker's always trying to ice skate uphill.
God
you
damn,
can't
dude.
beat it, dude. And it was R rated. He's just fucking people.
I hate the fucking fear of R rating things. Whether it be movies or video games, people are like, "Well, we can't explore we can't get as much money from the audience."
You can. You absolutely
if your creative vision goes that direction, fucking use it.
They said we can't make money off.
I
of an
swear
R-rated
you'll
movie.
make so much more.
And then Deadpool and Joker came out and made obscene amounts of money
because people like good shit, and you can't. When you fucking censor your ideas,
if you
it
stop
prevents yourself
watering
from
down
making
your
it.
superhero content, it will be so much better.
And
Amen.
that's like the hard thing to find is like the balance because superheroes kind of for kids.
You know what you do? Here's what you do.
Separates.
No, you fucking have the superheroes like they should be, just beating ass and doing the things. And then if you want a kids market, you go the Teen Titan route and make a little version of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything is for me.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
As
fuck
I grow
them
up,
kids.
things
So fuck
need to
them
grow up.
kids.
So for real though, like the market has shifted because it's like superheroes and comic books were for kids, and then Iron Man happened, and then the Avengers happened, and then the DC movies happened, and it's like adults like this shit.
Yeah, what kids are going to pay for this shit? I'll pay you. Kids aren't.
Yeah, the fucking 13-year-old who
You want money?
He's not
Make
paying
stuff
for
for
the
people
you
who
know
make
who got
money.
those comments? Your dad bought the comic and was like, "Hey son, read this shit."
Yeah, it's all adult. Like it's the I think most of the fan base is fucking adults. Like I'd be going through dating apps, and every single person's like, "I geek out on Marvel movies." Like, yeah, you and everyone else, but it's geared towards adults now.
Yeah, that's why the original TMNT was so good because they were fucking people up. Like
People are so
the Foot Clan was
scared.
getting shredded.
Yeah, so the early Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comics
Extremely graphic.
Yeah,
I think literally everyone wants to see shit as it would be. They don't like seeing this.
I want to see Raphael stab somebody in the neck with his scythe and pull their fucking throat out.
The whole like, oh, Batman doesn't kill. Like, no. People want to see crazy shit because films are where we can explore reality in which we can't actually live it. Yeah. Right? Why would you make it like real? We already live real lives. Make it so it's crazier than reality.
From a storytelling perspective, that's what makes characters interesting, is the moral dilemmas and like being the better person.
You can have a moral dilemma if you throw a battering and take somebody's neck out,
and then you gotta be like, oh man, I can't believe I killed that person. Like, shit, look,
I'm just a man. I'm supposed to be good too.
Dude, Battinson is going to be so dirty.
What's the movie? I think it's one of the James Bond movies. And he goes up to the guy at the end. I think this ruined the whole movie. It was like the villain at the end. And, dude was horrible. Killed so many innocent people. Is this
one of the recent ones?
Yeah.
Quantum of Solace.
And he finally gets up to him. He pulls a gun on him. And then he doesn't shoot him.
Is that the one where he gives him like a quart of oil?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Quantum of Solace.
I'm like... You finally got him. He fucking killed people all the time for you, and you don't kill this bitch?
100%.
Ruined it for me. It's like, not the fact that I like murder, but it's like,
leave the door open at this point.
Yeah.
I hope they hear me pee.
Moment of silence.
Our third guest, Blake, is taking a piss right now. If you listen real closely, you might be able to hear. Now, there's one episode where we were in the basement, and I was fucking just pissing in the corner. I had to go so bad.
I know, I was there. I was watching.
That was the one you were there?
I was watching.
The one where you were like...
That was me. Quite a stream you got there.
Yeah, that's not bad. I think the world record for longest piss is like not even 2 minutes long. It's like 1minute 20 seconds.
If you think about it, though, pissing for a minute is a really long time.
I've pissed for a minute straight once.
I've pissed for probably 2 minutes before.
You would break the world record. The world record, yeah. You should have recorded your piss.
I love the stages of drunk pissing and how it starts out.
Oh yeah. Drunk pissing doesn't count because I can fill a full fucking tank and let it rip.
Your first drunk piss of the night, you're standing, you're holding it, you're good. Second one, you got your hand on the wall. Third one, both arms are on the wall. By the end of the night, you just have your head leaned up, and you're fucking just
absolutely.
There
By the end of the night, we're lucky if I get it out of my pants.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's been a point where I'm pissing and almost none of it hits the inside of the toilet. I'm just like, whoa, it's going everywhere.
I'm doing the best I can, Ma.
Yeah, I'm trying. Also, like going to see the movie that I just saw, 2.5 hour long movie. I don't want to miss it, so I just hold it. That fucking after movie piss just never stops.
Yeah, oh my god! I've gotten to a point where I will get up and go pee in the middle of a movie. If I'm not feeling it, like if I'm into the movie.
Well, yeah, that's if you don't like it.
But even movies that I enjoy, I'm just like, this movie's okay, but I really gotta pee. Do what you got.
Have you ever left a movie just in the theaters? Done that a couple times. The movie just so fucking bad that you just leave.
I've invested in it.
I've paid for it.
I agree.
But then again, what is my time worth?
Right, and that's what I'm saying. There was a movie. I want to say it was.
I really wanted.
It was a mobster movie.
With
Johnny Depp, I think.
Black Mass.
Black Mass.
You wanted to walk out of that?
Dude, it was so fucking boring. I remember watching that shit.
I liked that one.
I was so hyped up for it. I don't know. It just didn't pull me in.
I walked out
30 minutes in, I left that shit.
Yeah. Couldn't do it. I was young.
Which movie?
Golden Compass. I went with my friends. I was
never
young.
seen it.
I saw it on
to this
TV.
day, haven't seen the end of it.
One of my favorite movies.
I almost walked out of The Amazing Spider-Man 2, but I was stoned and I'd paid for it, so I was like, I'm going to finish this movie.
One of my favorite war movies, Fury, the tank movie.
Yeah.
The first time I went to the movie theaters with my brother. I was so sleepy. I'd been up for like 36 hours. 3 seconds into the movie, I fell asleep and I woke up when the credits were showing. I was like, oh, I was really looking forward to that. And I watched it again at my house like fucking months later. It was really good.
I've only fallen asleep to a couple movies in the theater.
I fell asleep to the Fellowship of the Rings when it first
shit.
came out, and
Yeah,
I
you were
woke up
also
to the
probably, like,
fucking
5.
fire demon of hell, and I was shitting myself, dude. I was knocked the fuck out. I woke up and there's just horns and flaming whips going, and I was like, "Oh my god, what's happening?" Terrified. And then Gandalf died, and I
It's
wanted to shoot
crazy
everyone.
how like you interpret film as a child. There was a kid next to me in the movie that I was just watching, and I laughed at something. He turned over me. He was like, "That was funny, wasn't it?" Like, yeah, no shit. That's why I'm laughing.
I fell asleep in Matrix 3, but that was also 2003, so I was like 6. And I was talking to my dad about it last time I was home.
I wasn't even born then. I was born in 2012.
I know, you're a baby. I was talking because I went and saw it with my dad and my dad's best friend. He's like, "Yeah, my buddy fell asleep during that one too. Don't feel bad, kid." I tell you what, I went and saw Rogue One when it was in theaters with one of my exes, and I passed out super early.
I really like that one. Out of all the new Star Wars films, I feel like Rogue One was one of the better ones.
I've tried to watch it twice.
I'm behind on my Star Wars.
I watched it once in theaters and once out of theaters, and I fell asleep both times. But the ending scene with Darth Vader, sick.
I really enjoyed Rogue One.
I woke up to the credits and I was like berating my girlfriend.
All the other ones, like the fucking trio of the other new films, I enjoyed like bits and pieces. That would be like scenes that would be so fucking good, but the overall movie was not too good.
That Red Room fight scene in
I really
Last
liked
Jedi
that. Yeah.
was sick.
I saw a lot of people like critiquing it online, like, "Oh, the fighting wasn't accurate." Like,
Felicity
bitch,
Jones.
was fucking great.
Felicity Jones, yeah.
She and the fucking other dude, they were talking about how they want their characters to come back,
Well, they're dead.
and they're
so.
allegedly, and they're
I
exploring.
played Lego Star Wars, and there's fucking ghost characters that
Yeah.
come back and play.
I have a.
Listen, you can't come back as a Force ghost if you're not a Jedi.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
One. But they're exploring another spot in the timeline.
They're in the
They're
Avengers
making another movie.
multiverse. It's
What
all
else?
there.
What
Yeah.
else is there for her to do? Because we saw
don't
that
fucking
her
know.
life.
Listen, she's in the Star Wars mega universe of money now, so of course I want another movie.
With Rogue One, we saw that her life wasn't shit, and then her life was shit, and then she died.
yeah.
What's there to explore? What do you want? You want to see her going to school as a kid? Go fuck yourself. I'm sorry, Felicity. It's not happening.
Daddy didn't love me.
Mads Mikkelsen, though, the guy who plays her dad in that movie, kick-ass actor. He's going to be playing fucking Grindelwald because they fired Johnny Depp because Amber Heard's a dumb bitch. But I think he looks way better as Grindelwald, and
She's the one that abused Johnny Depp.
dude, she like cut off a piece of his finger and shat in his bed.
Listen, if you
Allegedly.
shit in my bed, it's not going to be a good
You
time.
shit
I'm
in my
sending
bed,
my
I
crows.
shit in your head.
I'm
like,
sending the crows.
My crows are coming. You're going to be in the circle.
If you're drunk, one thing. If it's on purpose,
Did you watch Tenet?
no.
What did y'all think of that?
Thought it looked bad.
So it wasn't the greatest, but I did
Yeah.
enjoy the originality of it, and I think that it ended really well.
Yes.
Um,
the concept of it was beautiful.
Yes.
I'm sure it looked beautiful too. Chris Nolan has a way with.
They did a really good. They did a good job.
The,
it wasn't a great movie, like you said. But
I did enjoy the original concept. There's so many people who struggle with making original concepts. Every movie
Yeah.
today is just like a remake of an old movie because
So,
somebody can come up
We
with
had
new
that
ideas.
conversation the other day.
Yeah, that's
It's like everything's
exactly.
a rip of
And
something that exists,
listen.
or a sequel or a prequel.
That's a
And,
problem.
and then with Tenet, it was actually some originality there,
I can explain.
which I enjoyed,
I can
and it had a
explain
great
why
soundtrack as
that's
well.
the way that it is that that's been an issue for longer than we've been alive. I'm gonna blow your mind right now. You know, Scarface is a remake.
It's a remake of the Teletubbies.
And away we go.
But even Scarface is a remake, so a lot of like your favorite movies are or have been remade. We talked about this. We were talking about this the other night. It's because people don't want to pay for something they don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
And Hollywood's a business, so they want to put out stuff that's going to make money. Movies aren't art. If you're watching a movie that has the Warner Brothers logo, it's not art. It's a product. So they're going to put out a product that makes bank. So they're going to go with They're going to go with an IP that has already proven to make money. That's why, like, if you want to watch something artsy, it's going to be a low-budget indie film.
Yeah.
Because... And now it's worse because of streaming.
Streaming ruined it. I love streaming, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, no, for real. But what it turned into is that the only movies that are going to make money, because movies make money based off the box office and bullshit like that, which is kind of outdated at this point, which is crazy because 10 years ago it wasn't. Like, that's how far we're accelerating. But people are only going to show out to see blockbusters. And my favorite example is The Nice Guys with Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling. Yeah. Have you seen The Nice Guys?
I don't think I have.
Well, it's fucking fantastic, but it's what you'd call a mid-budget movie. It's not like a low-budget indie. It's still a studio film. It has probably a $30 million budget.
Parkour!
This man just parkoured over the bed to get to the bathroom.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Amen.
But The Nice Guys is like $30 million budget and didn't do very well in the box office because nobody wanted to see it because it wasn't the Avengers or Batman or Superman. It's people only want to see blockbusters. They want to see names. That's why Tenet made money not because it was a good movie, but because Christopher Nolan's name was on it.
Some really great films are people with like actors that it's like their only film that's big.
Yeah,
you know.
So have you ever seen Waiting?
I haven't.
Damien, you've seen Waiting, right?
Seen what?
Waiting with Ryan Reynolds.
No.
It was like a 2005 movie, and it's just about like servers in a restaurant. So I know that's right up your alley because you've worked in a restaurant.
Because you are a restaurant.
But I looked it up, and the guy who wrote and directed that movie, that's the only movie he's ever done.
I lost my phone in the parkour.
Yeah, no name actors, like, this used to piss me off. My best friend in high school, I'd always ask him who he wanted to play Batman. No!
Die in a hole.
I just dropped my beer.
But I picked it up with Spider-Man since...
I'd always ask him, like, hey, who do you want to play Batman? And he'd always say, a no-name actor. Dude, fuck you. But the no-names, you kind of lose yourself.
Jennifer
You
Lawrence.
see the character a little bit more. I want Jennifer Lawrence to play Batman. Not Batwoman, Batman.
With a bow.
She can do that now.
Can't she? Jennifer Lawrence?
I was
2022.
Oh, it is 2022.
I can be Batman.
So, Ellen Page is no longer Ellen Page. He's now Elliot Page. Do you think?
Oh, nice as fuck. What are
Do
you
you know?
talking
Do you know
about?
who Ellen Page is?
I don't think so.
Fucking Juno.
That sounds familiar. That's that girl with the black hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she's not a girl anymore.
Now
No, she's a dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
You can
Well,
be anything.
you know it's disrespectful. You can get canceled. The Foxhole can get canceled if we don't
Foxhole
refer to her,
can get
That's
canceled.
him, as his current self.
And
Listen,
I'm
I will
only
record and blast on the radio the Foxhole without publishing it in every person's house in my neighborhood. It will not get canceled.
so that's
What's the fucking?
I'm not trying to dead name. I'm trying to explain the situation.
The fact that there's a term for it pisses me off. But continue.
Yeah. Well, he is now Elliot Page, but do you think that he is still going to play women?
Yeah.
And is there an issue with
I think
that?
she fucking vegan
We call them
is gonna
in
get
my house.
fucking money no
my
matter what.
God.
I've never seen a homeless transgender person is all I'm saying.
Joke's on us. They're all transgender.
Because he was in the show called The Umbrella Academy, playing a woman, and then the transition happened. If there's another season, would Elliot return to that role and play a woman? And would would there be an issue with it?
Time out. You could, because look at fuck. Why am I spacing on the name? Robin Williams played a woman. Miss Doubtfire.
That was different. It was cross-dressing.
It is cross-dressing, but then it's
Not
no different.
transgender.
It's no different now.
It is.
He is playing a woman.
No, he was
Explain how it's
cross-dressing
different.
is different from being transgender.
I agree. I'm not saying.
I disagree.
And
Time out,
also,
time out. She is now a he.
right.
He is taking it upon himself to dress as a woman.
If
He is cross-dressing.
now,
for a film.
And this is gonna get into some crazy stuff because I've been so upset about this slippery slope for a while.
Blake is a woman.
Did he get a penis?
Couldn't tell you. I know that he got
his bio.
He got.
They come off a tree, you pick them now.
He got his.
The big tree.
He got his breast removed.
My grandma.
I saw that. I
Yeah.
saw the scars.
Yeah, and it's the fucking 6-pack too.
Yeah, they took the titties and put them in the ass.
Women can't have 6-packs.
Fucking-
In quote Blake.
That's not what I said. Women can have 6-packs. I enjoyed his movies when he was a woman, but I guess by transgender.
But now that he's a man.
Well, they weren't his movies.
Yeah, well, no, I guess.
She is
So
dead.
I think the
They
way
aren't
I
his
think
movies.
I think the way it works with transgender and the way you're supposed to look at it is that it was always a he. He was always a he.
No.
Excuse me.
Sorry, can't stop laughing.
You know,
So did Caitlyn
my
Jenner
favorite-
run the Olympics?
My favorite is the third person people. Or
the non-binaries?
Or the people who are multiple people, like they, them.
Where's
So
Sarah?
they're non-binary, so they don't use he or she or her.
I saw a TikTok and it was like,
You know, we were joking about how 2 beers you'd be drunk, and here you are, 2 beers and drunk.
okay, I've had like 7, but okay. And I also drank a ton before the movie and when we were out earlier.
I need Sarah.
I'm drunk as shit. But anyway,
Sarah.
this is probably like 13 for me today.
Good for you.
My favorite.
Oh, I forgot
saw
we had a beer
TikTok.
earlier today.
Yeah, and then I drank more
That's
at
14.
Cheddar's,
Well,
and then I had a bunch here. But anyway,
Cheddar's.
regardless, these are my fucking sober thoughts, guaranteed. My favorite is I saw a TikTok and it was like, I would like a small coffee for $5.18. Oh, it's actually them. That'll be 10.36 for you. What? Well, you're multiple people, so we have to charge you multiple times.
it's whatever. It's not hurting anybody.
Well, it is hurting the English teachers. I remember my English teachers were adamant on telling me that there was a difference between they and she, and he and they.
Pronouns are pronouns, I guess.
If I'm going to fail because I don't know the difference, then they should fail in life too.
I want to do research and see like how long this has been a thing, and when the first recorded non-binary thing like happened.
So it used to be. You're welcome. Okay. It used to be labeled as like gender dysphoria, and it was like a mental disability. And
Yeah,
so they would
it was-
send
I
them
know
and they would-
someone under the flag who says that that's a mental disorder.
It was in the MSV, which is I don't know what it stands for. But
Everyone under the flag has to be together.
do you guys know what the MSV is?
No, explain.
It's body armor.
Well, yes, but also
Wait a minute.
Level
The-
3 plus.
okay. First off, what are we on the MSV 2?
Are we using them as
I think.
cover?
Oh, I just want to say real quick.
I don't know where I am
we're on
right
what?
now.
We're on the MSV 2, right? For body armor, I think
have
it's
to
the
check
2.
mine.
I think
I'll
it's
have
the
to
2.
check mine.
But that shit's badass. The
Is it?
soft armor pull up, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Dude, you can pull the soft armor out and then use it as another plate carrier.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I did know that the are you talking about the fucking plate carriers they gave us for deployment? And they're like,
Nope.
you can wear the soft armor under a suit and be CIA.
Yeah.
Yes, but no.
No,
But
it's
yes.
better now.
They've improved it,
Oh
allegedly.
my god, it's super.
My
rad.
favorite
It's
is like
fantastic. It's
level
so
3
rad.
IOTVs with ACU, like fucking 50
Bro,
pounds.
I have my IOTV in my closet, and I put it fully together, fucking yoke collars and
Oh my
everything.
God, you nerd.
I'm going to a combat diaper.
Did you throw the UCP DAPs on?
Dude, I'm here for it all.
All right,
Anyway,
best camo. Oh, go ahead.
Anyway, the MSV is like basically a list of
BDUs.
all mental disorders. So there's different editions. Right now, I think we're on the MSV 5, which is all the current mental disorders.
Do you know what that acronym stands
I was on
for?
body armor still when you started talking.
I know. I don't know what the acronym stands for because I'm not a fucking psych major because psychology is snake oil. But
We have the power. It's called your phone, you nerd.
I know more than psychology
Time out.
majors.
If we Google MSV right now, which one's going to come up, do you think?
Let's see.
Because
Go
they're
ahead.
listening.
Google MSV 5.
No, we're not going to numbers.
Just
But
do MSV.
anyway,
See what it
MSV.
means.
I could be mistaken, but I dated a psychology major when I was in college.
Okay.
And from what I remember, she said that homosexuality was taken out of the MSV because it used to be considered a mental
The
disorder.
only
What
important
is MSV like definition?
The only important MSV, according to Google, the number one search result. Museum of the Shenandoah Valley. So fuck all of
Look
you.
into that. Look into that for me.
Oh my gosh.
It's in... Where is it? Oh, there's a tiger on their page. That's pretty
All right,
dope.
so y'all know about the...
Yo, we were talking about superheroes. Now we're on transgender.
It's in
No,
Winchester,
now we're on
Virginia.
tigers.
It's
Listen.
on Winchester, Virginia.
Listen,
That's close. We could
Virginia's
go.
one state
Yeah.
away. The average annual pay for teachers compared to North Carolina and Virginia is an interesting displacement. North Carolina is 48th out of 50 states in terms of teacher pay. Virginia is 4th out of 50th. Average annual income for teachers in Virginia is $63,000, whereas North Carolina is $42,000.
So you're gonna go teach in Virginia?
No, that was random. Anyway,
That's an interesting
the
fact, though.
just so my
to
viewers
You know, of all the Virginians I'd met, I'd assume it'd be lower.
They weren't Virginians, they were virgins. There's a difference.
I like
common misunderstanding.
I like calling Virginia Virginia.
The
MSV, also according to Wikipedia, means maize streak virus. It's a plant disease.
it's crazy.
Where were we going with it? MSV
The,
5.
MSV 5.
All right, back to superheroes. Listen, the I believe superheroes stemmed from things such as Greek mythology.
Fuck yes.
Because they think of these godly figures.
Thor.
Maybe they were real or not. But they've got these crazy powers. The god of thunder. The god of
Absolutely.
water. Poseidon.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's the stem, the root
I think all of those
superhero
myths came from
ideology.
people tripping on mushrooms and DMT, but
Do you think so? Or do you think maybe in ancient times,
That's
like
why you won't be
1100 BC,
visited.
you know, there was these dudes fucking ruling Earth like, yeah, I can do anything
Could you
I want
imagine
to.
if all the pyramids in the world, at the top of them,
They turn
was
on?
Actually,
they turn on.
there's a light switch and we just don't know where it is yet. If all the pyramids across the world were actually the seats of some of these gods,
Then I bet the pyramid was real fucking uncomfortable.
There's
Probably.
a dude somewhere in the universe over in the
Who's got a
the
pyramid-shaped
sombrero
asshole?
galaxy. He's shitting pyramids.
dude, we're just
Pyramids are his shit.
we're just a fucking being's loofah. The Earth is some extraterrestrial being's loofah.
He stops by Giza to fucking wipe his ass
God damn it!
when he takes his fucking 1,000-year shit.
Does that mean we're all just godly fecal matter?
Have you guys ever seen the?
I'd be honored.
Did you guys ever seen the TV show Carnival? Which
No.
This kind of touches on like, what if people with superpowers back in the day were like real and they were the gods that were worshipped? The show takes place in the 30s and it's about these people that are fucking avatars of like light and dark, and it's all Jesus-y and shit. And like, you know, in the show's lore, Jesus was an avatar of good and so on and so forth. I think, but they'd have like special powers and shit. But like once the first nuclear bomb testing, it ends and there's no more superpowered people because
Uranium be crazy.
it was more spiritual than that. But maybe people back then did have powers. Who knows?
Listen,
I don't.
listen,
Library of
listen,
Alexandria burned down. Who knows?
If people were
point.
cutting people's hearts out to give to these beings, I'm pretty sure that's some real shit.
There was something going
If somebody came to me and was like, "We got to take your heart," there's no fucking way I'm just gonna be like, "Yeah, dude,
Listen,
no problem."
it's 'cause
You
they-
look at back and
It's
so
because they
think
were
about-
all high on ayahuasca.
Well, okay, maybe.
Dude.
But listen, this is like all over. Cultures from all different places. They'd be like the Aztecs. They'd be like the largest child sacrifice in history. They're like, yeah, we killed 250 kids all at once for a sacrifice. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? Like, they're like,
Maybe
no,
that's what
no,
Hitler
it's
was
for
doing.
the gods, you know? It's for the gods.
It's for the gods, bro.
What are you talking about?
We're just
Back to ayahuasca. A buddy of mine is renovating a house in Michigan, and it was Al Capone's like vacation house.
As you do.
He found a false door or a false wall.
So much cocaine.
Behind it, there was a dresser. There was like a kilo golden bag labeled ayahuasca, and then like a bunch of ammunition in the drawer
my
next
God.
to it. And I was like, bro,
You think Al Capone was doing ayahuasca?
You know
100%
Jesse James?
people were. Yeah.
So
Ayahuasca is weird, by the way. We talked about it last podcast, so I won't get into it. But like the way that's some funny shit, man.
fun story about Jesse James. You know Jesse James?
The motocross guy?
Similar to Al Capone, he had a gang, right?
I know who Jesse James is.
The dude I was named after
Monster
was named after a guy, right? Jarvis. I was named after my great uncle Jarvis.
No, you were named after the butler from Iron Man.
No. He fought in Vietnam and then he came back and he was a cab driver in New York and he got fucking shot in the head over a $10 fare.
Oh, shit.
Dude didn't want to pay.
Yeah.
This is the guy I was named after because I was born on his birthday.
Yeah.
Well, he was named after another Jarvis.
Who was Hitler's right hand?
This Jarvis encountered Jesse James. He was a...
On his knees.
he fought... Anyway, no. He fought in 200 different battles during the Revolutionary War.
This great uncle Jarvis.
Got shot in the head, lived with a bullet in his head because they could never remove it. Jesse James encountered him because he was a fucking traveling pastor.
Jesse James was? Is that what he's famous for?
No, the Jarvis guy.
Oh, okay.
Jesse James fucking mugged him.
Oh,
Him
sick.
and his gang.
I'm starting a new movie called Jesse James the Pastor.
Stole his watch. His watch had engraved on him, like, from grandma or whatever.
Yeah.
And apparently Jesse James had a heart. And he's like, oh, I didn't want to take something sentimental. Brought it back to him. They fucking served him dinner. And he's like, you'd be a great addition to our fucking gang. And Jesse James was, like, trying to recruit him. He's like, no. Like, I'm just trying to spread the word of God.
Jesse James
He's
was
like,
a bad
okay.
motherfucker.
Could you imagine living life with a bullet in your body?
Yeah,
and I'm
so,
not saying like
fun
5.56. I mean just a
Yeah.
ball of lead.
Yeah.
The guy I was named after got killed, shot in the head. The guy he was named after, shot in the head.
Dude,
Lived a
you're gonna
bullet
get
in
shot in the head.
I'm the next Jarvis.
The
I
prophecy
will be
shall
shot in the
continue.
head. If there are any takers, I will charge $500. You can shoot me in the head.
We're the generation of breaking the cycle. Because, like, my
False, I got 5.56 in the house.
I got 300 blackout. You really want to play? What?
Shoot me in
My
the head.
we're the generation of cycle breaking. My granddad had his first son at age 20. My dad had his first son, me, at age 20. 24, no kids, baby.
You also
man!
don't have a penis.
Oh, damn.
I don't. How do I stand to pee?
Well,
I have what do they call it? A shiwi?
Explain. What is
The
a
funnel?
shiwi?
The funnel?
the fucking laugh. The shiwi. Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Think
What?
about it. Okay, so there's people who are creationists, evolutionists. Disregard both. Think of the dick and the vagina. Whether you're a creationist or evolutionist, either those both came from either some godly figure who was like, dick and vagina. Or evolution was like, oh, it just so happens that dick and vagina are the best things. They are what will survive.
I think we should do. So there's a type of worm, and this is how we should be. And what these worms, they're hermaphroditical, but they still have to mate. They can't mate. You know, it's not like fucking you fuck yourself to have babies.
That would be fantastic.
But
Crazy.
I'd fuck me.
but the way that
What a dick.
The way that they mate is like they both have these fucking thorns, like these jabbers, these stingers.
I've seen this.
These poofin' schnoofins.
But these stingers are their dicks. So what they do is they fucking
They
fight.
touch tips.
No, they fight.
Who's
to-
gonna be the bitch
listen,
now?
Listen, these worms fucking fight each other, and whoever just gets that stab in, that's the dad. So they stab.
That's
and-
sort of like the race for the egg. You know, all the different sperm. It's like the first one that gets there.
Yeah, no, they.
It's like, oh, I passed a billionaire, a
Like,
person
you know,
who
that's like
solved
if my
cancer.
wife tried to
I'm the
peg
one
me.
who was born.
imagine
The winner gets in.
Imagine if we like our reproductive organs were just like, you know, you have fucking spikes on your knuckles and you fist fight, and the first one to get good contact pierces. Like, I'm the dad now, motherfucker.
Yeah, no.
Alpha as fuck.
You know,
Time to wrap it up.
Question.
Answer.
Would you rather have superpowers or be a god?
What kind
Now
of
that's
God?
interesting because gods probably have some sort of superpower.
Yeah, because like, am I talking
But
some all-knowing, all-powerful
people with
God?
superpowers aren't held to the accountability as gods are.
Think of, like, pick your religion or time or era. Like,
All right, superpowers.
Buddhism,
any day.
fucking
Because
Greek gods, Roman gods.
Are we talking like?
Do you want to be Zeus or do you want to be, You could say Thor.
Charles.
Like,
I want to be Charles.
Do I want to be Zeus or Superman?
Do you want to be... Okay, perfect example. Do you want to be Zeus or Thor?
Thor. All day.
Because
I would rather be Zeus.
An entire
than Thor.
civilization is just built around you are the fucking man.
I would rather be...
And the other is
listen,
like, yeah, you're a deity that we worship, but okay.
Thor needs a hammer. Zeus is the king of the gods.
Yeah, but Zeus has a fucking, like... He's got to represent. He's got to, like,
Zeus
a set of
is
rules.
a bit
Is
of
that
a
okay?
rapist.
Yeah, but does he, or do we just assume he does? Did he just show up at a party with all the humans?
That's
and
fair.
it's like,
That's
hey guys,
fair.
I'm the king, and dip out, and everybody's
No,
like, oh,
there's
what was
actually
that?
nah. So him, Poseidon, and Hades all drew straws for what
Oh,
position
yeah.
they would hold.
Hades is
Hades
sucking
got
a
the
big
short
fat
straw.
cock.
He did. That he like actually did.
I really like Greek and Roman
I'm so
mythology,
into it, man.
That could be another day.
That's next podcast. Greek and Roman, and how they're the same thing, and the Romans are a bunch of biters.
We can start there. I'm down.
All right.
If we have any listeners in the comments, right?
That one guy, Scott.
What you want
He
the
cares.
episodes to be about? You post.
Ooh, I like
We listen.
Yeah. Also, once I figure out the Twitter thing, I'll throw the Twitter back out there, and then follow us if people are still on Twitter.
Have
I
y'all
think
ever?
I should do Instagram because
You should do an Instagram and
no
we'll
one-
post godly buttholes.
Yes, the pyramid shaped buttholes.
Yeah.
Is that the name of this podcast?
Have y'all-
Pyramid shaped buttholes.
Have y'all ever encountered superpowers in your real life? Some sort of fucking thing that happened that you just can't understand. This isn't something that happened, but fun story. When I was in the second grade, I had a dream. First grade, I had a dream where I had teleported in my dream, but it was like a hyper realistic dream where I thought I was in there. Mm-hmm. And then I remembered that later on, and I was like, no. I convinced myself I could actually teleport because in my dream that seemed real, I could teleport. And it seemed so real that my child self was like, no, that was real. That was real. You could definitely teleport. So I remember going to the, in recess to my playground and my friends were there. And I was like convincing them, I'm like, no, I can actually teleport. And I convinced like 2 or 3 of my friends I could actually teleport. I'm like, you think I would lie to you? Like, I know I can teleport. Because my dream that I had had convinced myself it was a real memory. And I'm like, listen, like I can't show you, but if I just think hard enough, I can change where my position is to another position.
I've had... Let me pause. Rewind. There's been times, call it deja vu if you will. I've had dreams of things that happen in the future.
Okay.
And then future happens, and I recall the dream that I had.
So that happens to me as well.
Dude,
It's a really weird fucking
that
feeling.
No shit happened to me last night when I was at
I
the
do it
bar.
all the time.
I was at the
We
bar.
have superpowers?
Maybe.
Well, so I have
we've
a
talked
theory.
about this on the Dream Podcast.
Yes.
So just revert back to our Dream Podcast, and we'll talk about it later because we don't need to rehash too much. But
Absolutely.
Correct. One of my theories in the dream podcast is just like what dreams are. So technically, like modern scientists don't understand how dreams work. There's only theories. There's no facts.
it's DMT, baby.
Absolutely.
And so
I'm
my
high as
theory,
fuck.
my secular version of
you're-
the theories,
you're the
because
brain that
technically,
produces DMT.
like I'm a little religious, but my secular theory, I've got 2 halves. My secular theory is that our brain is survival, you know, and so our dreams are our brains are trying to play out possible versions of the future to see like, okay, I want to prepare you for something that could happen. Survival instincts. And so your brain it receives everything that happens day to day, and then it plays it out in your brain. It's most likely scenario, so you're ready for what might happen so that you can survive in that situation. And the reason you have crazy dreams is because your subconscious brain can't interpret media. So like when you see videos of like alien superpowers, things of that nature, you think it's not real, but your subconscious brain doesn't know because you still react the same way as if you would react if it was real. So your brain absorbs that and it's like, okay, that might be real. And then you dream of these crazy scenarios of aliens and this and that because it thinks it might be real. And the reason you dream the future is because your brain's always trying to predict what might happen. Of course, it would probably be right sometimes.
That's crazy. Because I was definitely...
That's my theory.
That's a good theory. Because I had a dream that I was at a specific, like, Ross in a certain area of the store. I remembered the things around me and the conversation I was having with my mom. And then that exact thing happened later on down the road. But the next day, I had a dream that I was fighting off giant anacondas
Yeah.
and crocodiles to save my dog.
I had a dream.
That doesn't happen.
I had a dream I was at the bar with one of my friends playing pool, and like last night there I was at the bar playing pool with my friends, and like the exact like motion of where I was walking to, the formation of the balls on the table, and it's like I had this dream a couple years ago before I knew this guy.
Yeah, like
It's
that's what I'm
crazy,
saying.
yeah.
It's a long time. It's not like tomorrow it happened. It's weeks, months,
And
days.
you always know it's like, oh shit, no. I dreamed this a long time ago.
If I touch that one, then this is going very downhill.
Yes.
That's wild.
I have that all the time, and no matter what religion you look into, there's always some sort of like, oh no, dreams are definitely a part of a religion. It's how these spirits speak to us.
I think you're legit. I think it's legit tripping, and then it all ties back into like the pineal gland and shit like that.
You're just lucid dreaming.
Yeah.
And then
You
come back.
You
in the
literally
past.
get high on DMT when you're sleeping.
I think
that DMT is super fucking spiritual. So
Well, it dives down to. I mean, it might be
People
because,
live whole
like,
lifetimes on DMT.
think about our limited vocabulary when it comes to spirituality.
yeah, we've talked about this a bit.
We
before.
talked about it a lot.
Yeah.
But like, just our inability to really understand spirituality and dreams and religion, because like we really don't explore that much in our vocabulary, and so we have such limited verbs, when we're talking about that kind of stuff, that it doesn't make sense to us. But there's so much like differential stuff that we can kind of understand in our subconscious, but we'll never really understand because we can't explain it based on our language. Like I bet we would be able to better understand it if we were speaking like fucking ancient Greek or some shit, where their lives were built around the spiritual way of thinking, and they've got verbs and words and such for things that specifically what we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, yeah.
Imagine
I
if we
get
all
that.
still spoke Latin.
That'd be long-winded.
Veni
every
Vidi
time.
Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered.
I came.
It came all over the place.
Crazy how we started with superheroes. If you listeners can't tell, we start with something and then we just go off the fucking rails.
Real life versions of people who are equivalent to superheroes. Who
Was
are
Jesus
they for
a
you?
superhero?
See,
He
That's what I
he
get.
was Superman. That's it. And he just like, "No, I'm God.
I could wrap this.
Do you have any real life versions of superheroes you've encountered?
My dad actually.
Oh, you fucking nerd.
No, listen.
He's my hero.
No, I've heard stories of my dad when he was in his younger years, and like his best friend, who's basically my uncle, was telling me a story about my dad chasing a guy down an alleyway, and this dude stopped at some point, and then like as my dad's running up, my dad's sprinting, and this dude jumps up, drop kicks my dad in the chest. My father did not move. He just took it.
It's called inertia.
He took a breath and beat the shit out of this guy. Listen, if you get drop kicked while you're sprinting, like 1 foot is not on the ground, you're gonna go down. But no, this dude just like took a breath, and then started wailing.
Yeah, that's a good ass beating.
It's a
You know how do you drop kick? If I drop kick somebody and they don't move, I'm just gonna start running.
So, fun story. I was at this party. I was the only white guy there. I don't know if that's related to the story at all, but I was.
There's a bunch of Asians.
There was a bunch of black people. That'd be crazy. An only Asian party? Where am I?
San Francisco.
My friend invited me, and I was the only white guy there, but I felt like I belonged, okay? But
Now we're really gonna get canceled.
I was drunk as shit,
So
and I
excited.
went up to talk to this girl. I'm like, "Hey, how's it going? Want to suck my cock?" And apparently, she had a boyfriend who took offense to some sort of a statement like that. And I was so drunk. This dude fucking comes behind me, punches me in my chin as hard as he can. I don't even know what happens. I just feel some dude punch me as hard as he can in the chin. I'm like, yo, what the fuck just happened? That hurt. And I'm looking around. I still don't see this guy. And I'm like, that didn't feel good. And then he punches me again in the face as hard as he can. Just fucking swings. And I'm like, something's not right. Something's not right. It feels bad.
So what I'm getting out of this is that Jarvis is a superhero, just a really shitty one.
The worst. I turn around and there's this guy in a
That's
fighting
his
stance.
That's his fucking flaw.
That's
He's
the
got
side
super
effect?
strength, but he doesn't know who beats his ass.
Well, so I turn around and there's this guy. He's in a fighting stance. He's like, "Hey, don't fucking talk to my girl." I'm like, "Oh, am I in a fight right now?" Like, damn. I'm like, "Oh, you just punched me a couple of times." Okay.
Jarvis is the white version of Hancock.
Great character. The turned into a dumb fight, and this dude was fucking punching me so many times. I was so drunk I couldn't fight back. I was just laying on the ground, and he was just fucking decking me in the face over and over again, and I couldn't stop laughing. I just thought it was the stupidest thing ever. Dude's beating my ass, and I'm like, this is hysterical. And the guy I was with, much less drunk than I was, grabbed this guy. I'm pretty sure he killed him. Threw him into a car head first. Dude fucking hits the car, falls just limp on the ground. He's like, "We gotta go." I'm like, why would you ruin that fight? I was doing so good. Like, I wasn't getting my ass beat. I just thought it was hilarious. He's like, we gotta go. And so we take off out of there. But
He left out an important detail. The girl went with him.
Imagine. It's
wish.
it's like a movie, a high school movie.
we fucking hopped in that car and fucking booked it. But yeah, no, I don't know. I felt nothing. This guy's either got the weakest punches ever, or the fucking alcohol.
No, it's 'cause
a
you're
great
the man of steel.
invincibility
You're the man of
serum.
steel. No, you have a superpower.
Oh.
That's how we wrap it all.
I
We've gone
knew
full
it.
circle.
There it is.
Well,
Jarvis is the man of steel.
At the end of the episode, for any listeners that are left, listen, this is actually us coming out as superheroes. All of us. We're all superheroes.
yeah, my power is I'm fucking retarded.
I can't stop being wrong about everything.
He's Rain Man, but it doesn't work.
That's the side of
They
the
call him Hail Man.
You're super smart, but you can't say anything.
It's impressive how I'm still here alive on Earth making money with how wrong I am about all things. That's why I joined the Army, where you get paid to be wrong.
Well, until next time, I'm Blake.
Jarvis,
And Damien.
thanks for tuning in to episode 2, season 2. Episode 3 will be shortly released after this. Thanks for listening. Bing.